You serious?
Hello, this is How to Kill an Hour. I'm Marcus Bronzy.
And I'm Funk Butcher.
That's right, there are many ways to kill some time out there, but right now you're killing some time with us.
You can listen to us with whatever device you want, Apple, Mac, PC, iPhone, Android, whatever, by going to howtokillanhour.com.
That's right, and don't forget you can see everything that we speak about on the show at howtokillanhour.com/blog. Alright, maybe I'm exaggerating a bit. Like if I speak about a childhood memory, you might not see that on the website. If I speak about someone's fabulous backside, you might not see that on the website. But if we're talking about a product or something like that, then you will most likely see it at howtokillanhour.com/blog. Like the Nintendo Switch event that we went to a few days ago. There's a full rundown, all the games, all the features at howtokillanhour.com/blog.
And we want you, of course, to leave a rating and review on iTunes. We left a link in the show description to make it really easy for you simpletons. Oh, did I say that? No, just for you that aren't as tech savvy as us.
Basically, if you can't find that link, really, we need to question your level of technical ability in life.
Yeah.
Really.
You stupid. So we left the link in the show description and please...
Yeah.
Give us your feedback.
No, we're only messing with you, man. It's all love. But yeah, let us know how we sound, man. Before we crack on with the show, two things actually before we crack on with the show. One thing has to do with Billy's dating life, and the other thing has to do with the NVIDIA Shield, which we spoke about extensively in the episode that came out just before this. We spoke all about the NVIDIA Shield in episode 152. We're big fans of it. There's lots that you can do with it. It has loads of potential. But if you want to get your hands on an NVIDIA Shield, NVIDIA have given us... NVIDIA have actually told us that we can give one away. Excellent. So it's real simple. If you want to get involved in that...
Listen up, people.
Head to Twitter, How to Kill an Hour. Okay, it's How to Kill an Hour on Twitter. Find us there. And there will be a tweet that will be pinned to our timeline for January 2017 probably, and you can get involved in our competition there and get your hands on an NVIDIA Shield. And we're not gassing because we gave away the last NVIDIA Shield that came out last year. So yeah, shout out to you, man. Get involved in that because we like to give back to you. We like to give back. And again, before we continue on today's show, Billy... You know what's interesting about Billy is that he represents that online dating scene that is probably bigger than any other kind of dating scene in the world right now. I think I'm gonna push out the boat and say that online dating has way more active users than the regular type of seeing you from across the room and I kind of like your
Billy exists in the dark web side of this online dating scene.
Oh, really? Is Billy in that keys in a bowl section where you throw your emails in a virtual bowl and you don't know what you're gonna get out of it?
The sinister side.
Yeah, you can get Antoinette or Tony. Is that? But long story short, I'll tell the story. Actually, Billy, come over here. Go on, please. Just tell us your story because it only took a quick hot second, but it said so much about social media. You drawing for Funk's mic. So yeah, Billy, what's happened, mate?
Basically, I was chatting to some girl.
Where?
It's today.
Where?
On Tinder.
Yeah.
And the question was, what do you do for work? And she says...
so you asked her what she does for work?
Yeah.
Yeah, cool.
I hope she doesn't listen to this. And she does... I work in fashion.
She said, so you said, what do you do? She said, I work in fashion. Yeah, cool.
But then if you've used Tinder before, you can just see what they're working. Anyway, sometimes they don't update their thing. And it says... supervisor at famous fashion shop.
Yeah.
So basically...
Bruv, you can say the fashion shop. It's okay.
No, but if I tell her to say the fashion shop and she's listening, she will know that I'm talking about her.
That would implicate him.
Or if she's listening, she's thinking, oh, you're on them fashion bitches, are you? So you've just said there's more than one person that works in a fashion shop, but you just don't want to say which one it is now.
Yeah.
Is that what you're saying?
So she's fronting.
Okay, so
I could say I'm a builder.
Okay.
But I'm not. I just work in a shop that sells building stuff.
So is it like a girl saying, I do makeup for the stars, but you actually sell the same type of makeup that a star wears? Is it like that, like doing that?
Yeah.
All right, cool. All right, cheers, Bill. Thank you very much. I didn't know people are really on that face Twinder
Yeah.
Stunting.
I think everyone's doing it these days. They're kind of remixing their job description to make it more attractive.
What's another thing we could do though, Funk? Wait, has it got a bit more?
Yeah.
When I was a kid and I was doing like paper round, I said on my CV that I was a newspaper distributor.
Okay, but I respect that though. I respect that though, because I feel like everybody knows what it is, but you've made it sound professional. It's like me going for a jog and going online and saying, "Yeah, I'm a personal trainer." Who have you trained? Myself.
I think it's like if you could have taken it to another level, like taking the real Berties by calling yourself a media mogul because you're distributing newspapers.
Okay, yes, a media mogul. Gosh, that's what he could have said. A conglomerate. Yeah, because he distributes for more than one paper. He could say
exactly because you were controlling the newspaper for your local area. I guess you could be perceived that you as a young media mogul.
Crazy that man. That's why we at How to Kill an Hour, we don't lie. We don't say that we are the G's when it comes to killing time. But that's why it's a good show, because we like to try out shit, and if it goes well, we let you know. If it doesn't, it doesn't go well. We just real about it.
Yep.
That's what I think. Ace mentioned this to me when we started off the show. He goes, "Bruv, but I'm not that good with tech." But I said that's a good reason to be involved in a tech show, because you as a listener might want to learn about something, so you can learn with us. Anyway, enough of the lecture. We get sent a whole bunch of cool shit at How to Kill an Hour. It started off more with apps, games further along the line.
Yeah.
We've covered all sorts of interesting technology. Some of it is actually out there for sale. Some of it isn't. For example, the dildo drone that we spoke about isn't currently something that exists. But we also get things that are crazy sounding, Funk.
Okay.
But they're real.
Okay.
And the Eletrunks were something that we weren't sure whether they were a concept that were available to us or not. Yeah. But they are. And the Eletrunks came in last week, Funk. Mm-hmm. I got a pair of Eletrunks. You got a pair of Eletrunks. Now, I would say that the Eletrunks, am I right in saying that men don't really have lingerie at the moment?
No, they don't.
We've got fitted boxer shorts, yeah? This is the closest to male lingerie that I can wear, but it's not lingerie that takes the redness out of my blood, I feel manly wearing this sort of lingerie. The Eletrunks are special underpants designed for men like us. Yeah. And they've got a whole bunch of features, like for the main feature on them is the lifter. So they've got this string on them which attaches to where your manhood is, and you can, instead of having to, because as men, we have to sometimes adjust what's going on. You know, if you've got a flap hanging off your body, like, you know, sometimes you might see a woman adjusting her bra. Men might have to adjust their groin, but let's be honest, it's not that classy digging out your crotch walking down the street. So the Eletrunks have got this string on them, Funk. Yeah. And you pull the string, and the string adjusts your manhood for you. Yeah. As well as that,
it's like a yacht where you have to move the sail.
Yes, you have to guide your. Sometimes you're pointing north, you want to point south a little bit, yeah.
So you can
catch
you want to go
wind.
West.
You want to catch the wind, right? Exactly. So you can steer your manhood in the right direction. Also, they've got this pouch
to the right, babe.
To the right, so you can look them in the eye with your one eye. And then they've also got this pouch section on it as well, Funk, where and I didn't understand what this was when I was looking at the features of the product. Yeah. But the pouches, when you put them on, they're very tight boxers, like which is okay. Yeah. But I am concerned about wearing tight boxers. I don't want to squash my manhood. But what they've done is they are close to your legs and that, which is cool. Yeah. But where your manhood sits, where your dick sits, there's space. That's what this pouch is. Space for your dick. Yeah. And it's also got a perfect coverage under your leg. They call it a gusset, which I believe is something that men have never really been that familiar with. But yeah, it minimises the chafing as well. Yeah. And it's got flat lock stitching on it as well, which is this stitching that doesn't rub yourself up. Because if I wear tight boxers, I am concerned about them rubbing up the wrong areas of my body. So that's the Eletrunks. I got sent a pair. Funk got sent a pair. Have you tried yours on, Funk?
I haven't tried mine on.
You haven't tried yours on? I tried mine on.
Yeah.
Mine came in like some, I just want to say the colour they came in was kind of like some deep red colour. It was a proper Playboy colour that I was wearing.
Mine was gunmetal grey.
Yes. I don't know what colour mine was. I've got the packet here. I don't know. I still got the packet on me. Eletrunks.
The thing I found interesting is the packet. I thought I was getting some organic tea.
The packet. The packet looks like something that's organic tea or like drugs from the dark web. But yeah, no, the packaging was alright, man.
Yeah.
So you had gunmetal grey. I don't know what mine were, like a deep red.
Okay.
But
maroon.
They were maroon, but there was something stronger than that, man.
Yeah.
It was just Eletrunky. But I'm happy that they've started to.
You know the thing about maroon as a colour? It's actually red mixed in with brown.
Well, that will save me the embarrassment.
Are you sure your Eletrunks weren't second hand?
No. You know what? That will just save me embarrassment. If I have a hot, sweaty day, yeah, I don't have to worry about taking those to the dry cleaners. I can't find my my little readable that in it, but yeah, that's all the bits and bobs that happen to it. But I'm just happy that there's men's underwear that has features.
Yeah, we're getting there. Equality.
Yeah,
men have been fighting for years.
I think there's two areas where men struggle with fairness, and that is, underwear.
Yeah,
we're clearly underserviced there.
Yeah.
And like in terms of like women have got a whole heap of dildos. They got hand sanitizers and stuff.
Yeah.
I feel like there's not a good men's there's not a reputable men's store of plastic pom poms. So yeah, Eletrunks. There's links to those at howtokillanhour.com/blog. Get them. They also do hats and t-shirts as well. Mm-hmm. To be fair, more interested in the boxer shorts. But I'm happy with them. I mean, we haven't given anything out of 5 at the moment, but I'll give them a strong 4 out of 5.
Really?
Yeah. Okay. Tight, close, good for a run. Like all jokes aside, good for a run.
Yeah.
Because when you're exercising or jogging or whatever, you don't want chafage.
Yeah.
And these minimize chafage with tightness around the thigh, but they also don't squash your dick. And I was looking at my junk in it, and my junk looked good. I was in the mirror, took a profile. I was like, shit, should we take a picture for the How to Kill an Hour Twitter? I was like, no, they're not ready for this. But yeah, the Eletrunks, very happy with those. I liked them. They're very nice. Funk, get them on. Not now, but get them on at some point and let us know what you think of them, man.
I'll give them a test run.
Yeah, of course. Give them a test run.
The Elefunks.
The Elefunks. Yeah, that works so good for you, the Elefunks. So, Funk, you ever thrown up a peace sign when you're taking a picture?
Yeah, of course. That seems to be my trademark sign. I always find that when a photographer's taking a picture of me, I don't know what to do with my hands. I don't know if they go in my pocket. I don't know if they go into a gang sign. I don't know if I'm...
Yeah.
I always find it weird. So the peace sign... Do you know what tends to be the most common ones? It's either the peace sign or the up middle finger, which a lot of guys feel that makes them look wellard.
The middle finger.
Yeah, the middle finger pose. There seems to be a lot of pictures. It just seems to be a problem with a lot of us when we're taking pictures. We kind of don't know what to do with our hands. So everyone seems to be throwing up peace signs.
You know what? What do you do with your hands?
Yeah.
What do you? So you go for the peace sign.
Yeah.
Is that with the fingers, like the reverse peace, the deuces?
Yeah.
The swearing peace sign, or the fingers?
See, the deuces is over here in the UK. That's classed as up yours.
Yeah.
Yeah. Up yours.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So do you do that one? With like the 2 fingers, the V sign.
That's a famous Churchill one, isn't it?
No, Churchill one. Yeah, that's
Churchill
the peace sign.
one.
Yeah. Okay. Churchill didn't flip off the V, did he?
I think Churchill.
Did Churchill flip the V? No, Churchill done it the nice way.
I think Churchill flipped the V to Hitler. I think he did.
Yeah, probably. Yeah. So, okay, cool. So you do that. When I do radio stuff, or if I meet someone famous, or like you got to do a picture with someone, I always just point.
You just point
as if you don't know where they're gonna be. Is that true? Like if you look at any picture of me with someone, like I always point.
Yeah.
Is that the weird thing to do?
Yeah.
I've tried putting my hands behind my back, but I just look like a kid that's won a prize.
Yeah, you look like you're on parade.
Let us know what you do with your hands, please. On the How to Kill an Hour Twitter, feel free. Like I'm curious, what do you do with your hands in a picture? Like,
yeah, please keep it clean.
Yeah,
none of this up people's skirts or anything like that. Yeah,
what Robin Thicke style? If you know what he does with his hands in a picture. Anyway, the reason I'm asking you this, Funk, is that it turns out that the hugely popular peace sign that we all love to do could now be potentially dangerous for us.
Oh, come on. Can't we have anything these days?
Well, you know what? I feel glad that somebody shared this with us. Okay. Research from the Japanese National Institute of Informatics said that when we make a peace sign, you can be giving away biometric data, Funk, your fingerprint to people like you and I. All right, your biometric data, because cameras are so good that if someone takes a picture in focus from 10 feet away and the light is bright enough, hackers can recreate your fingerprint using 3D technology and unlock things like your iPhone, for example. Bruv, bruv, the future is here.
It is.
And
That's
the
quite
future is scary.
But the thing is, I guess it obviously compensates for the fact that some people take pictures with sunglasses on, because you can get biometric data from people's eyes.
Yes.
Yeah. So I guess this is to, you know what, I'm gonna have to start wearing that. Do you know what? I'll just put it all together. The penny has just dropped. You know who was ahead of the game?
Here.
Michael Jackson. Michael Jackson always had shades and gloves on,
and was always
he knew what was happening,
and was always changing his face.
He knew
he was changing his face all the time, so they
knew.
couldn't keep up with the biometrics because his face was changing.
Yeah.
Shit.
He called it biometric. Hee hee.
Hey, he changed his skin color.
Yeah.
Hair.
Yeah.
Genius. Carried a monkey on his shoulder just to confuse the fucking cameras. Because, you know, close enough to a human. He's a genius, you know. Shout out to Michael for doing things like that. Shouts to Michael.
See?
I mean, I was going to say, what else could you steal off pictures? But yeah, like irises, I guess.
Yeah.
And with the face tracking software that's in Snapchat and stuff, I don't want to sound paranoid. Like, can track your face, bro.
Yeah.
And do a film of it. So something could record your face.
Yeah. I think that's more for the use of cloning.
Yeah.
The clones.
What else could you steal now? I mean, my bank's offered me voice, what's it called? Voice recognition when I call them up. But I don't know if I even want to do that, because surely someone can just imitate your voice if they wanted.
I think it's getting to that point where obviously they can replicate the frequencies of your voice. Yeah.
Over a phone. Man. Are there any things that you've seen? Like, okay, so in selfies now, we kind of don't want to be seeing peace signs, or you don't want to be seeing yourself in peace signs.
Yeah.
What have you ever seen in a selfie or a picture that you really wish you wouldn't see because of this high quality camera imagery that we have now? Because there was that girl that had that, she took a selfie and her room was an absolute mess on social media. Did you see this girl that took a picture and everyone was just absolutely roasting her?
You see, that's the problem with the clarity of some of these cameras. It actually makes you detract from the focal point of the picture, and you take in everything, including the background, because it's of such a high quality that you kind of get drawn into everything within the picture.
Yeah, like the dirty knickers in the background of that girl's picture. Whose fingerprint would you steal though if you could?
Probably Mark Zuckerberg's.
The power.
Yeah.
The power of Zuckerberg.
Yeah.
Wow. Zuckerberg. Yeah, man. But yeah, that's it. So careful when you're throwing up your peace signs, man.
Yeah.
Careful out there.
Interesting.
And you know what? Speaking of that, Alexa also does voice recognition for selling stuff as well. For buying stuff on Amazon as well. So
does Alexa recognize like her master?
You do there's a voice pin that you have, which is clever. Okay. But I figure if I say that in the same room as someone else, wouldn't that mess me up? I didn't even delve into that setting because I was just like, nah, I'm not ready. Yeah. I want everyone doing it. I want it to go wrong.
So the voice pin isn't like a keyword. It's actually a word said.
A pin. Yeah, it's a pin. So you say, I think it's a set of numbers.
No, but that's what I'm trying to say. So if I was to say your certain set of numbers, I can just break into it. Or is the pin attached to your voice, your specific voice?
I'm not sure. I thought the pin was... I thought it was a set of numbers. I thought it was like a 4-digit pin.
Okay. Which can be replicated by anyone then?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, 4-digit pin on your ordering system. Yeah, no way. Nah, I'm not in that. All right, leave it out, mate. Nice for that. So anyway, Amazon, speaking of Alexa, Alexa, I always call her Alexa. Dons of the online world.
Yep.
Absolute dons of the online world. Didn't really realise that they'd do something like this. They're opening a bookstore in Manhattan that's for physical books.
I think they're trolling now. This is Amazon's attempt at trolling.
Do you reckon?
Yeah.
Do you reckon why?
Because it's just like saying we're so far ahead digitally that let's go back a few decades so you can catch up. Let's open up a bookstore.
Let's remind you how shit books are. Do you reckon they're I don't know. Maybe they're just being nice and they're saying, look, I know we provide a lot of books, but they used to do a lot of physical books. I got all my uni books from Amazon. You can still get physical books from Amazon. So why shouldn't they have a shop? I
don't understand purchasing trends these days. Like just recently, there was a spike in the sales of vinyl. And this to me sounds like it's kind of like in that same sphere of something very antique coming back into fashion, the book with pages. I mean... Some of the kids, these millennials, Billy. No, joking. Have you ever seen a book before, Billy?
Yeah, I got a MacBook One. MacBook Pro.
I said there's an app on MacBook called Pages as well, isn't it?
Yeah.
That's the closest you get. But
I thought,
I think
don't get it.
Yeah, maybe Amazon could be at the forefront of a resurgence of people buying books again. So again, they win. They win on the kind of the front, which is kind of going forward in terms of evolution and technological advancements, and they win on the front, which is kind of embracing retro. So who knows?
I don't even get why books are bought now. I'd just be on a tablet. Think about all the space on your bookshelf.
Yeah,
just have one book. I'm not a book guy. I'm an audio book guy.
The only books that I'm aware of that are still doing well are cookbooks. I think they still exist better in that form rather than the digital form.
Yeah, but even then, you could just have an iPad with the same book on it though. With all the pictures.
But
and stuff.
it's because the idea of a cookbook is that it takes up some sort of pride of place in your home as to show that your culinary prowess is up there with the cooking gods.
And you maybe have the cookbook folder next to it with all your special recipes, the family recipes that have been handed down.
Yeah, everyone wants to try Jamie Oliver's jollof rice with ketchup.
So, anyway, Amazon, they've already got 3 of these places.
Yeah,
one in Seattle, Portland, San Diego. So, like, we're from London.
Yeah.
Imagine they had a bookstore in London, an Amazon one. Books are cheaper in its physical stores than it is online. What do you think that would do if they put one in, like, central London? Oh, by the way, you can get your Prime membership in that Amazon store as well.
Okay.
What would that mean for you? You just look so skeptical, Funk.
Yeah. I haven't read a book since uni, and I don't plan to.
Where do you get your knowledge then if you don't read? Because you're not stupid.
Yeah.
Where'd you get it from?
I get it from tabloid newspapers. I get the
Twitter facts.
I get it from the fountain of truth, which is any organization owned by Rupert Murdoch. Yeah, that's where I get all my information from. Do you know what? Yeah, we are in an age where the consumption of news and media in general is so fast that books have, unfortunately, in some areas become a pastime. I mean, I don't speak for everyone, but the majority of people, they convey their thoughts in 140 characters. And I don't know if I speak for the society at large, but that's had to have had a knock-on effect in the number of books being sold. Because I used to remember when I was a kid, there used to be it's a bookshop in the UK called W.H. Smith's and Waterstones, and they used to be up and down the country.
Yeah,
and they've kind of dwindled in numbers, probably because a lot of people have stopped buying as much of those physical books. Not to say that they've stopped reading per se, but they've kind of moved on to like digital forms, Kindles and the bookstore and Apple kind of thing.
Yeah.
So
interesting.
It's two-pronged. I don't know if people have stopped reading or if they just stopped reading in a physical sense and they're still reading digitally, but it strikes me as being an expensive exercise, going out, buying books, pages,
trees.
Yeah, trees. I don't think Leonardo DiCaprio is going to be happy about this. He's already kind of a bit ticked off with the world's carbon footprint.
Yeah,
he might make another film.
Save the trees.
Yeah,
save the trees.
The Revenant 2.
Interesting.
Where he fights tree bark.
Where it's him climbing around in snow, running away from a tree.
A tree attacks him.
A tree attacks him.
Tries to rape him.
Right, so Funk, you ever had an ailment and gone online, and then whatever it is, like you ever gone online and you got a sniffle, and then somehow the internet's told you that you and your whole family is going to die from this sniffle? Has that ever happened to you? You ever gone online with a sore finger and then come offline thinking that you're going to need an amputation of all of your limbs, not just your finger? Do
you know what? That is just me in general. Do you know what? Word to the wise, yeah. Do not check up your own diagnosis online. You will scare yourself half to death.
Scare the shit out of yourself.
Yeah.
And I think it's caused the raise in people calling up the doctors like, I'm gonna die.
Yeah.
So, and also our NHS is under a lot of stress in the UK. We don't pay for any of our, you know what, we do pay for shit.
Yeah.
Because I was speaking to one of my friends from LA, they're like, hey, y'all don't pay for shit. And I was like, we do pay for some stuff.
Yeah.
Like if you go to the doctors and they give you medicine for your ailment and you're an adult over the age of 18 and you're not at uni or anything, you still do have to pay a tenner for your medicine.
Yeah, I mean, let's break it down for our overseas listeners. Everybody in the UK pays. We pay for our taxes.
Yeah.
That's how we pay. And that's the nuts and bolts of it. So, I mean, and everyone talks about NHS being free health, but it's not really free. I mean, if it was free, then at the end of the month, when you've worked all your hours, you would get all of that money, but you don't. Some of that money is deducted, and the money that is deducted goes to things like nuclear submarines and free healthcare. So,
one for killing, one for living. Balance.
Exact balance.
Yeah.
So
they've got this thing called it's called Babylon.
Yeah.
And it's some artificial.
Is it Jamaican?
No, Babylon. No, it's. Yeah, and it's artificial intelligence that's been accredited by over 100 doctors, and it's available 7 days a week for 12 hours a day. The app's in the App Store now, actually. Make sure you check that out, howtokillanhour.com. It's available.
Yep.
And with Babylon, they've kind of combined chatbot technology with all this information from these, accredited doctors. And you can open the app and ask it quick questions, send photos, and get responses much more quickly from a combination of real life doctors in this database from anywhere in the world. They're trialing it here in the UK and the NHS. So dial a doctor in a jiffy is basically what it is. You can have a conversation about your ailments, send pictures, and then get a consultation.
Do you know what this sounds like to me? This sounds very, 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 very similar to our friend who was a whiz in solving the legal problems.
Oh, our boy Joshua Browder.
Yeah, this sounds like a medical version of his little what was it, bot that
do not pay.co.uk.
Yeah, they got your parking fines.
Yeah, you know what? Shout out to Joshua Browder. He's making moves, by the way. He's going to be one of those guys that changes the world.
Yeah. I think he's the only man that can stop Trump.
Ooh, maybe. You never know.
Do it, Josh.
If you go to howtokillanhour.com and type in Joshua, Joshua Browder, Brower, you'll get the episodes. Because you spoke to him twice. He's living the high life now.
Yep.
That Harvard life.
Yeah. And I think the last time we spoke to him, he told us about his stuff he's got in the pipeline. Is some crazy. Some would say ambitious stuff that he's got in the pipeline, but when you see what he's already achieved, is I wouldn't call it ambitious.
Yeah, he's not ambitious.
At all.
He's just he's the sort of guy that can do anything he wants to. So at the moment, one of the things he's focusing on is bots to help people in different situations. So he's helped us with parking tickets, how to get over those, helped people with sexual health issues, other people that can't afford lawyers in certain places. So that's Joshua Browder, man. He's a great guy.
So this sounds like a medical version of that. So basically what you type in your ailment,
pissing fire, what do I do? And then if the chatbot doesn't help you, I believe you send it a picture of your flamethrower penis, and then they book you into the doctors and go from there. I mean, I think it's good because now that you have an area to send people to, because I always tell people when they start Googling their problems, I go to the NHS website. Don't go to WebMD all the time. Don't go to also, because you go to some websites, you type in something like, I've got a rash on my face, and then you come out of that website thinking, oh gosh, I've got a biological warfare's been a dirty bomb's gone off at work and I'm gonna die. So I think it's good, man. I think it'll stop time wasters. Or just delay them a little bit.
This seems like a reaction to the NHS's, dare I say it, failure. The NHS set up a service exactly like this, but they had real humans on the other end of the line. And the attempt was to kind of stem the influx of people coming into A&E. What the problem was is that the people given the advice didn't have a Scooby-Doo.
No.
And that's a Cockney rhyming slang for clue. They didn't have a clue about what the kind of ailments that they were kind of talking about on the phone. So they were ill-advising people on some pretty serious matters, and some of it kind of, I think it was proved almost fatal in some cases, the misadvice that we're giving some people. So the NHS had to scrap that idea. So they've taken it out of the human hands and they've kind of put it back into the hands of the computer, which seem a lot more safer.
So maybe Babylon can say this. I mean, they've got free chat, but if you want to speak to a GP, you have to pay a little bit, like a $5.
Yeah.
And if you want to have an unlimited member of GPs, and I don't know, like I think it's £5 a month.
Yeah.
Oh, that's it. It's £5 a month or £50 a year or £25 per consultation if you want to speak to a proper doctor right now.
Well, this is a step in the right direction because the service before that, you wasn't even speaking to a GP. You were speaking to a normal, I don't know, a call center advisor that had been given numerous amounts of bullet points and told to memorize them. And said, well, if someone calls in with Ebola, just take them through this step by step.
Lemsip. Interesting. So it's a service that NHS is going to provide for free, but at the moment it's available private. I don't know. I'm not. As I get older, I'm less and less likely to head to the doctors now.
Yeah.
I actually had a really bad cold, and I just over the winter, and I just said, you know what? Let me just firm it. Got through it. No antibiotics needed. But anyway, that wraps up this episode of How to Kill an Hour. I've been Marcus Bronzy.
I've been Funk Butcher.
There's plenty of ways to kill some time out there. Thank you for killing some time with us. And please don't forget howtokillanhour.com. You can hear us there, see the stuff that we talk about, including that Babylon app. And as well, that NVIDIA Shield. Get us at How to Kill an Hour on the Twitter. Follow us. Look for that tweet. And see if you can get your hands on one. In fact, we should bring a winner on the show. Fuck it. The winner should come on the show, man. We need to bring... We've had listeners on the show before, but I think maybe you, if you're hearing this, you could get down here live. It's not 100%. We've got to see how buff you are in your photo. You know, you've got to be fit. If you're ugly... No, I'm joking. No. Maybe we should bring someone down for the show. Yeah, let us know if you fancy it, man. Let us know. All right, cool. Anyway, next episode coming up soon.